Here in Chattanooga, our investigation uncovered that Chattanooga Prep, a public charter school, hired unlicensed teachers and were not doing DCS background checks as required by law. Are there discussions on the state level and with your office about are there loopholes that let that happen, and if those need to be closed to protect those children in public charter schools?
I think the key phrase there is protecting children. We have to make sure that when kids go to school, they're safe and they're protected. And parents need to have confidence in the entire system, the school system, the law enforcement engagement with that. So there is obviously a lot of investigation, a lot of work, a lot of analysis about where improvements can be made. Whenever there is an issue, we have to quickly step in and address that issue to make sure it doesn't happen again. I feel confident that's happening, but it certainly elevates the need for vigilance when it comes to taking care of kids.
And so is there discussion right now on the state level? I know there's a law enforcement investigation about what went wrong here and what needs to change.
I think the first thing we have to do is that investigation before we start looking for the solution or for the changes to be made. So investigation is crucial. It's important. That's where you find the facts of actually what really happened, and then you can address the changes necessary.
Do you feel like there's too much autonomy in public charter school oversight, and that's one of the things that allowed this to go unnoticed?
I think we established a charter commission to, in fact, provide oversight and to have transparency and to have accountability in the charter process. That process is relatively new to the state. We've had a charter commission just for the last few years. That is the reason that was established, is to make sure that when issues like this come up, they are met and dealt with and addressed appropriately, and I trust that'll be the case here too.
So in this case, this was a locally LEA authorized charter school, so the State Charter Commission is not involved in that oversight. Do you think all charter schools need to be overseen by the Tennessee Public Charter School Commission?
I think the details of this, once we know more about it, we'll speak to what steps need to be taken. I think the big picture is kids need to be protected. We need to make sure we do, and when we have an incident that didn't go the way it should, we address it quickly.